All right, and we are back for round two. As you can see, the picture is not as great now. I broke out my old webcam. It's not the greatest in the world, but that's what we'll have to use for tonight to get through this. So, what kind of projects has everyone been working on lately? Sweet. Does it sound mumbly and unclear? I've been having a blast with this little monster truck. It's been really fun ripping around in the house. The cats think it's cool. My dog's like, oh, keep that thing away from me. Hey, Rock Wolf, what's happening tonight? Here, I'll grab my ramp and show it to you real quick. Nothing stock. You'll probably recognize this. Most likely. I was outside and saw it the other day, and it's like, I think that'll come in the house with me. It's a start gate I use outside on my 10 scale course. But it is also a wicked freaking awesome monster truck jump for in the house. My one weirdo cat, Sid, loves to lay under it. It's hilarious. Little parts there I'm trying to lose too. Oh man, that sucks. You're sick, Rockwell. It's that time of year, you know, the shit goes around. Alright, so we'll do these lower shock mounts. I think we'll do everything, and then on video 2, we'll get into the housings. That way I can make sure I've got some extra grease to put in them and stuff. Because that's one thing I did not even think of. Just like I didn't think of making sure I had the right nut driver to take the tires off. What I do need to do is pull out a tiny little Ziploc bag and put those parts in before I lose them. Well, that's not going to happen either. We are 100% unprepared for tonight. I guess it happens at times. Quick substitution. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Ultra 18 is on the website now. Most of the models. I've got to finish taking pictures of the Traxxas, and I've got to double check fitment on the battery tray for the Ascent 18. But the plan with them is each truck's going to get a different set of doors. Like how the Evo there's got tube doors. And I'll grab the Ascent 18 here in a second. That one gets the star doors. Hey Andy, what's happening? There we go. That's a pretty long little screw there. There's part one that we need to try to lose. That little spacer on this bottom I'm missing. There it is. Pop this other shock off here. And we got that one out. One more and our shocks are off. I wish someone else around me had one of these. It'd be fun to do a little backyard setup. Or a little living room monster jam. Pop this lower mount off. And we'll be good to go then. Just about. I definitely want to put a better wheelie bar back on this. I need to reprint my front I designed for it so that I can do moonwalk wheelies without snagging on the front of this body. Now that I've got the bamboo running, I can do it out of ABS or maybe some ASA and really see if I can put some strength into it. I couldn't get it strong enough before, so I wasn't going to try and be like, hey, use this, because I don't like shit that breaks. I'm not going to give people shit that breaks. But you all know that by now. They're the Team Losi shocks. Horizon had a stupid sale on them. I think I paid $10 for these. If that. Yeah, all the upgrades I got for this was like $56. So let's start with the lower mounts. Nice little aluminum mounts. Sweet, we got some adjustability here too, which I did not notice in the stock mounts. Yeah, the stock mounts, single hole, no adjustability, so that'll be a nice little bonus. They also give us the lower hardware to go through for the shock that comes with the shock mounts. So I'll have to dump my little tray back out, and I will have to reuse the stock hardware for the axle housings. Which I don't mind doing at all. It's cool though that I got they include the lower shock mounts. So I wonder which way we should run them. Stock configuration, they were sitting like this on the, say this is the passenger side. It looks like we might be able to put this one in reverse. Get a little more lean to the outside of those shocks. So we'll try that for now. If we don't like it, when our other housing comes in, we'll swap it and try that for a bit. And obviously they fit pretty flawlessly. I mean, they designed the trucks. I should hope that their upgrade parts should just go on without any issue. Oh, I think that angle is going to be nice for that shock. How's the weather been up your way, Rock Wolf? I imagine it's got to be getting pretty cold out that way too. Man, I wish my other camera worked, because that zoom would be so awesome right now. All right, front lowers. Now we'll move on to the rear. I'll slide the Evo out. I'll give us something else background to look at. So here's the Ascent 18 version with the star doors. And it gets its own cowl style hood. We'll have to check that out. We've been getting a lot of flurries and lake effect off Lake Erie still. It's not quite reaching me, but I've been having to drive to... Sweet, you got the original doors. I've been having to drive to Erie every week for some schooling at work sending me for. I am going to bring back the Ultra 24 body. I'm going to make some changes to it though. I got some ideas on how I can strengthen up that original cab more. Pop a little bit more detail into it. This one's just an awkward position with the left hand. There we go. Find that last little screw, and this will finish up our lower shock mounts. Thanks, Rockwolf. That's what I'm shooting for. I mean, I feel like everyone expects a lot more nowadays out of print quality with parts. Those are our lower link mounts. All right, next we'll do our upper shock mounts. And these are awesome too, because they've got some adjustability built in. Which stock here, you can see, does not. Oh, nice. Yeah, did you, Andy, I'm sure you saw all the discounted LMT bodies on Horizon too, right? They've got the clear son of a digger body for $24 right now. And it comes with our upper screws for our shocks, which is awesome. So we'll make sure that we get those mixed up. Start with this rear upper here. Pop those 2 screws out. I see local to me there's a axial SMT10 kit that someone built but has yet to run, and I've been telling myself I don't need it. But it's hard to resist. I had one for a bit and it was a freaking blast. Oh, these are going to be nice. These are going to be super nice. Oh, nice. I've been looking at that clear son of a digger body because I've just about finished putting together my Proline beams build. And for the price, I was like, man, it's hard to pass up. I don't know if it quite look right on that style of build. I keep trying to find a project I should put it on. Yeah, I'll have to show you when we look at the bodies a little closer, Rockwolf. We're able to really bump the detail level up now with this bamboo printer. I need to start getting rid of my old ones and upgrading, because we're gonna really focus a lot on printed parts like we did in our start this year. It's going to be the 2025 plan, is getting back to our roots and getting back to doing a lot of printed parts. Seems to be what works great for us production wise. So we're going to start bringing a lot of that back, which I think is going to be a great thing. Lexan, I don't know what we're going to do with Lexan. I was hoping the patina bodies would sell, but they don't seem to be much interest in them. Maybe I don't spread the word enough, but I don't know. They just don't seem to go. I kind of struggled with the other painted bodies too, off and on. Sometimes they'd sell, sometimes they wouldn't. So that's something I'll probably stop doing. Yeah, black cage always looks better. I know, my Rift I had ended up getting a secondhand Rift through a trade deal, and I had part orange parts on it and part black parts for the cage, and I kind of really like that. It looked pretty awesome. That thing was fun on some of the local hills down here, some of the creek washouts. You could really, really hammer on it, and she would come down pretty hard. I spent more time driving my monster truck down there with my buddy who had a Rift than I did driving that thing anywhere else. Alright, we almost done the shock mounts already. It's going to be nice to outboard these a little bit. I may have, I'll have to look behind my computer screen. I may have a little bit of shock oil. If I do, it's going to be probably a 70 weight, which would be a good starting point. I run a 70 in most of my crawlers because I like slow reaction. The thicker it is, the slower it is to leak out. Alright, aluminum upper and lowers on. Yep, the lower 4-link mounts, I think we'll wait when we do those. And we'll do these with the housings, because since I'll be metal on the metal, I'm going to want to blue Loctite all those too to make sure they stay in place for me. I was driving the other day and the screw in my servo saver here came out on me outside. The screw and the spring, and I was like, oh, it's gone forever. Snow melted down a little bit there, and I was out there looking again, and sure as shit, there it was. Yeah, 34 is not bad at all. Definitely not. Alright, let me look and see if I got that shock oil sitting right here. I'll be damned. I'm thinking I actually put it away for a change. I'll double check the desk drawer. Oh crap. Because it's always full of stuff. First few quick glances. Yep. Looks like a strikeout on that. Well, we'll mount them up, and then I'll just have to fill them before I run it then. Which that means I'll probably have to wait until tomorrow night. Oh, those feel pretty nice though, even no oil in them. Got the bleeder screw on them. If I can get the camera to focus decent there. Right there, you can catch it on the side profile. Those feel real nice. Really nice. Oh, you probably can't look at it. You can see it. They are pre-filled. So it looks like we will be doing monster truck jumps in the house tonight on new shocks, which is super kick-ass. Make sure, let's see, we got, if you can pick up the light blue, the dark blue on it there, probably not with this crap camera, but we've got a blue spring, that one's stiffer, then we've got these two here, they've got the yellow, so that's a softer spring, so I think we'll go yellow on the front, and blue on the back. Drop all these stock screws back in here we don't need. So what do you guys like to do for organization with all your stuff? For my small scale stuff lately, I've been liking the route of small totes for them. Each one gets a tote, and all of its parts go right in there with it. Let's see, I opened the uppers first. One thing we are going to have to reuse from the stock shocks, I see starting out at least, is going to be these little bushings that were in the top. Yep, and they just, yeah, sit right in there. Now, if the good camera was working, we'd be able to probably zoom in and see, oh, that bottom fits real good. I don't feel hardly any side-to-side movement, so I don't think we'll need to reuse those lower shims. So I'm thinking to start with, I want to go farther inboard and try it out. You know what we'll do? We'll set everything in mock and see if we can rock it around and see how it feels. And if we like it, then we'll torque everything down. This is where that third arm growing out of my back would be great. You know what's awesome though too is that we have not lost audio this entire stream yet. I get too many of them taken apart, and then I'm like, oh shit, this went to what? Well, yeah, I see the stock ones are marked too if I would have been paying attention when I took them off. And it looks like, yep, those ones, same colors. Blue and yellow. So that means if I like the stiffness of that blue spring, I could probably snag those blue springs off there. They may be a comparable rate. We'll have to see. Oh, nice. There's a, on the Indian reservation near us, there's a nice cigarette shop called OJ's, and you can buy any cigar box they have for $1. Wood, cardboard, tiny, large, doesn't matter. It's $1. To be picky, I'm going to turn that around because I want the larger part of that bushing facing towards the rear. Because on the front, I've got it facing towards the front of the truck, and on this way it'll be facing towards the rear, and then it'll be symmetrical. And it'll make my ADHD brain feel better. I've been doing the plastic totes because I like to put the manual in there, the stock controllers. The cigar boxes I come across are definitely not big enough to put that much stuff in. And then it works good too because if I'm working on it, I can just swipe all the parts into that tote off my desk and put it all together. All right. One more upper bolt and we can start dropping all these lowers into place. Oh, there it is. It did not make it into the bin. Trying to lose them. This is a little easier than using the finger. There we go. Powder coating was just a little tight. I feel like on the top of that shock, that's probably where that other spacer needs to go, is the other side. Yep, that's definitely it. We will come back to those because that's going to be a pain in the butt. Drop our nuts in there so we don't lose them. Now we'll start on the lowers. Yeah, not far from me, we got a pretty decent sized Indian reservation. It's the best place to go to buy cheap cigarettes. Double check our color here. Make sure we put the right ones on the right end. And I see we did not, because we were not paying attention. So we got a blue one up front that we need to swap out with a yellow one in the rear on this side. That happens. It's part of the fun. Yeah, that hole is definitely tight on that one. Get this rerun out here. Now we'll put the correct one in. And while we're at it, hey, what's happening, Haywire RC? How's it going, OG Nitro? There. Son of a bitch, they're so small. Okay, make sure I got the right one this time. Man, that is a cocksucker. Alright, we're going to have to improvise here then. Get part of the way in. Let's get that screw started in it. Then we'll see if we can set it in. 10's the minimum number for entry into the hobby addiction. Oh yeah. These little things are going to be fun to try to put in here. That's where, let's see, I did have a little container of grease here. If I could find it, then we could put just a dab of grease on it, and it would stick together for us and go in much, much better. I'll try the balanced style. There we go. There's part one of the equation. Now let's see if we can screw this part up. Oh, we're almost there. Nice numbers, Rockwolf. It's been a while since I've done a count. I've got to be in the mid 20s again, probably. I remember when had at least 25 10 scale trucks. That was wicked awesome. Can never have enough. Get that rear to drop in. That's nice. Oh, what does it do with my needle nose? There they are. The desk of crap provides. Is there anything specific anyone's looking to add to their collections? I am always and constantly on the lookout for axial exoterra buggy parts. Any exoterra buggy parts I can come across. Oh, those are going to be sweet. Ten scale's my favorite. I can never get enough 10 scale driving. Let me count my small scale that I can see from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 10 24th scale. I'd have to double check and verify that, including my low-C micro B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 18th scale. And that's off the top of my head, not looking at them. Let's see, 10th scale, if I can think off the top of my head. Let's see, Comanche, Gladiator, Pretty Boy, Pretty Girl, the 1.9, the pair of Exos. It's about 15 10th scale. I really would like to find a SCX6 for a good deal in the worst kind of way. Hey Eminem, what's happening tonight? We are working on getting shocks in and getting, god damn it. These little caps are a bastard. I think we can get it. Come on, you're right there. Oh, sweet. Halfway there. All right. we're getting somewhere now. I'm so happy there's oil in these shocks from the factory. Means I can rip around tonight. I saved just a little bit of battery so I could do that. Yeah, we're just going to tighten everything up. Then we'll test it out, and then when we do the housings, we'll decide at that point if we want to make changes to how we got it set up right now. Oh. Sounds like the puppy's crying for a potty break here shortly. So I will have to hop up and let her out real quick in a minute. Do the fancy trick getting this other shock in here. Yeah, those little bushings for the backside are kind of a pain. But it's going pretty quick. Okay, she's really whimpering. I will be back in about 30 seconds, guys. Well, not 30 seconds. About 10 seconds. Let the puppy out. Alright, come on. Go out, go potty. Come on. Go out, go potty. Come on. Come on. Go out, go potty. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about the interruption there. Alright, we are closing in on being done with this LMT Mini pretty quick here. Drop these lower shocks in, the lower part of the shocks in, and we'll be pretty much set. Thinking I'm gonna take the LEDs out of the body. They're all right, but I'm just not. I don't want lights in my monster truck. It blinds me when I'm looking at it. Throw a nut on the top here. Awesome. I got that one. One last bushing with this rear. I think we've got the trick figured out on it now, how to get them in there. As long as I don't drop it and have it disappear forever on the floor. almost did it wrong. I almost put my bleeder to the inside. I would like it on the outside in case I want to bleed a little bit off of these. Ooh, yep, we did it. Try this again. And we're in. Kidney issues are no fun. I myself am a chronic kidney stone sufferer. Oh, would you look at that? We definitely put the wrong screw. No, it'll work. It'll be alright. Just seems a little long. Sweet. This thing is going to be awesome with these new shocks. I can't wait until the my other housing comes. Then it's going to be super badass. I was really thinking about doing a rear steer setup on it. That would be pretty sick. I have not had a rear steer rig in a long time. And we are going to change those two screws around. I put the lower and the upper hole, and they thought it'd be alright, but it's only catching like 3 threads, and my luck, I'll end up stripping that nut out and pulling those last 3 threads off the end of that screw. So we'll just make it correct right now. Awesome, awesome. I wonder if I should even hook the rear hinge back up on this thing. It'd be nice to have just a quick release pin, I think. Maybe I'll come up with something for it. The mag mounts I did for the Ultra 18 are pretty awesome. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the adjustability we used to have with the SCX24 mag mounts, but they'll still be pretty decent. I'm sure you guys will like them. Awesome. Stage 1 of the LMT mini upgrade is done. Oh, those shocks feel so much better. I'm really liking the side-to-side stability now. Being able to have those bottoms canted out. That's nice. Yeah, they feel good. They got just the right mount in them. Hey, what's happening, crawler baller? Yeah, that feels nice. Alright, I'm going to go let the puppy right back in, and we'll slap the body on that, and then we'll start looking at all the different setups for the Ultra 18 body. Hey James, what's happening? All right, so let's slap this body back on real quick. And that's not where I put the hardware for the body. That's alright, it'll turn up. Right there it is. I guess we'll put the hinge back on for now. Keep me from losing stuff. And these lights are just going to go up in here, out of my way for now. Perfect. Yeah, I've been trying to do one every Tuesday, Crawler Baller. Something different. Alright, I am liking these new shocks. I think this is going to be fucking fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be wicked awesome. I'm already definitely thinking I'm going to want stiffer in the front. That or I'll have to get better at landing with the ass end first, kind of like sound effects make everything better. Alright, so take a look at the Ultra 18 real quick here. I did each one with different sets of doors. So that way, out of the box, everything's not going to look the same. So like, take the FX118 Katana here, for example. This is the version 1 heat dissipation hood. Version 2 is higher, which will be coming with this. But you'll get the skeletonized half doors and the heat dissipation style hood. Slider mag mounts. Nice little bit of lower detail. And they're keyed, just like every other mount I make. It's keyed, so even without the magnets in there, it's not going anywhere. And then the Katana and the Evo come with the same length rear bed. So that way they can share the same bed. And another thing, every cab has the same magnet setup except for the TRX4. This one here is actually a TRX4 cab because this magnet is moved ahead because of the battery tray and that little rubber tab. So like if you get, say you get a Katana cab or a different cab from someone, it will still fit. You'll get 3 out of 4 magnets. So yeah, there's the Katana. Next we'll look at the Traxxas version. I actually have to swap the bed, so we might as well do that real quick. I added another 5mm to the back end so I could open this wheel well up a bit. Oh, Rockwell, I got to show you something that has to do with higher is always good. I'll message it to you after the stream. Pop that out. Pop all this off. Really like the bamboo. The supports come off so much better than any of my other printers. I keep forgetting that this camera has such a smaller field of view compared to the normal one we run. There, that's it. Supports are gone. And I do cheater style because I love this thing. I need to buy a couple ball end tips for it though. Because these do go in at a slight angle. And that ball would make it a little easier to get on it straight, you know. See, a couple of other things we did to this new version is there's an integrated cage built into the body now. So it gives you a little more for looks, and it gives you a ton more for strength. So you can see it running up inside here and here, and then we're fully reinforced across the top. So it's really nice and stout. Back these out just a touch, and then we'll slap together. So the TRX 4M version, it's going to come with the slice style hood, and it's going to come with the it's going to come with the half doors that are fully enclosed on the bottom. Well, full half doors, if that makes sense. As you can see, it's got the same style mag mounts as everything else. This is where the Traxxas one's different though, is this side's shortened up. So that way you can still use that stock battery tray. With the Ascent, I've got to do a different battery tray because the width causes issues. My TRX-4M's got the Next Racing aluminum on it. It actually started life as a high trail. I'm missing screws for my servo. That's funny. Yeah, and yeah, it'll come with this slice style hood. I'm going to do up a set of bumpers for the Traxxas that'll be available separately. So that way if you don't want them, you don't have to get them. Yeah, that's the TRX 4M version. It has the longest bed out of all the versions, so that way we can make sure we get just past those frame rails, and then we still got nice room for some decent sized tires in there. So now here's the Ascent 18 version, and it's going to come with the star doors, which just pop into those little ball socket joints. See if we can pick up the audio of it closing. I love that little snap. They closed shut real nice. The Ascent version comes with a real short bed, so that way you can reuse that stock rear bumper if you want. We will do bumper options. Plus, it sits really nice with that stock front bumper, location-wise at least. But we'll also do a bumper option for the front of this too. It's just like on the Katana. It sits right there so you can still keep that stock bumper. Which that stock bumper doesn't look too bad with this. But yeah, on the Ascent version, you get the cowl hood. It's hard to get the definition of it in the light. The grade looks so flat. I know you do, Rockwolf. I know a lot of other people do, but I try to make sure that people don't have to start hacking up their stock rig right away. And yeah, the Ascent uses the same style mounts, keyed. And yeah, it's another Traxxas cab. As you can see by this side being shorter. The one thing to watch on the Ascent is, let me get the hood to pop here. Oh yeah, all the hoods got latches now. Depending on what shocks you're running, this is the only model that the inner hood hinge is pretty close. I can see it fell off of this one here. I don't have them on there. They are pretty close in there depending on what shocks you run. Good night, M&M. Yep, there's the Ascent version. Then the Evo here, it's actually got the magnets in the cab. This was a version 1 cab, so it's busted. Let me find all the weak points in it. I know, I like that flat gray too. This is a PLA Plus. All the new stuff I've been doing has been in ABS. We'll see if people like it more, if it's stronger. But the Evo version here comes with my favorite hood. That scoop style hood. And that's, like I said, this one's got the magnets in it, so I gotta get my ESC and stuff remounted. I grabbed my double-sided tape last night to find out it was gone. I hope you feel better, M&M. But yeah, you can see this one's got its magnets set into each side. And it holds really good. Just like all our mag mounts. Oh yeah, I was gonna pop the hood. To pop the hoods, gotta pull on the grill just a touch. On the inside of the body there, it's got a little notch so that latch can fit in. Those are just super glued on. Each kit comes with a couple of them because I know they're going to break on you guys. And yeah, to put it in, you just got to pull out just a bit. Yeah, I like the scoop style hoods too. I was really torn on the Evo on which hood to do. If I wanted to do the scoop one and or this louvered one. I know you've seen the louvered one. The louvered one's probably my first favorite. This one doesn't have the latch on it, so she doesn't stay down good. That, and I probably got the screws a little tight. On the underside, it has 2 screws from the bottom and 2 from the top on each hood that hold those in place. Yeah, that one's probably my favorite hood right there. I don't know which one this is going to go on yet. And finishing up the FMS 18 version, I've got to do a little adjustment on the sliders, and that one will be available. And yeah, this one gets my favorite doors though. Those nice tube doors. I love the opening parts. They are my absolute favorite. I think it just adds so much more detail. Yeah, so that's a little look at the new Ultra 18s that are available now on the website. I'm adding more parts every day, and more models that the body will fit as the week goes. Alright, so we got the monster truck done. I said we'd do some jumps, so let me set the jump up, and we'll turn the camera around and we'll see how these new shocks do. Alright, let's find our battery, which is right here. Grab our controller. Turn that on. Hopefully I don't make you all motion sick when I spin the camera around here in a second. I think I probably got half or maybe a third of a battery left. At least enough we can do a couple jumps. Alright. We are set. Alright. Turn our camera around here. Do some adjustments. So you can see there's my Sally cat. There's my grumpy cat Gizzy. She's probably going to get upset because she rules with an iron paw. Alright, so let's see how bad we can do at some jumps. Oh, the landing is so much better. I was doing this earlier, and there's just so much bounce. I never claimed to be good. I just claim to know how to do it. Knowing how to do it poorly, still doing it. Always on the way back. That away from me gets me every time. There we go. Adjust the steering out a bit. That was nice. here comes Sid. He loves the monster truck. He's a weird cat. Upside down again. Almost. Yeah, I don't think I have enough battery left. That, or if I put a little more slope to the ramp. It might have enough. Might have enough for backflips. Oh, all right. We'll do one more and we'll call it a night. And with that right there, I think that's a good note to end it on. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I appreciate the views. Like, subscribe, check the website out. Tell your friends about us. Get on, check out the Ultra 18 body. Maybe pick up some a patinaed, pre-painted body. And anything you guys would like to see developed, or new product ideas you'd like to see come to life, let me know. I appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks, everybody, and have a fantastic night.